Hi folks, and welcome back to my Greedfall Let's Play series on my YouTube channel. I'm SilmarUK. I am a gaming content creator. I stream live streams 3 times a week. I do YouTube series, of which this is one, and I also write a number of blog articles. You can find all the details for my content on my main website, which is www.silmaruk.net, and you can also follow along with what I'm doing on Twitter, where I am also SilmarUK. So this series is all around the Greedfall new RPG, and at the moment we're still in Serene at the beginning of the game doing various side quests. We've covered off one of the quests for one of the ambassadors, which has revealed that the Bridge Alliance are not as trustworthy as we may have thought, and now we're about to move on to another one of the quests. So let's get back into the game. Here we go. So we've just come out of the Bridge Alliance Embassy. Now, our goal at the moment, you want to explore Serene. We want to find out what all of these are for, including we need to find our cousin. But right now, we have a mission. Oh, we got some bits and pieces, but we want to look at our journal. We don't want to be looking at the main quest. We want to look at heretic hunts. Okay, let's follow that quest. There we go. Now we've got it. Right. Okay, so we've got to find a smuggler who's very close to where Captain Vasco is. So, just for now then, we're actually going to pick another one of the quests. Because I don't know exactly what's going to happen there. So the Coin Guard merchandise. We've needed to retrieve some merchandise that the Coin Guard had ordered for the voyage, by which the merchant was asking for additional money. And we've arranged things such that we should be able to get what we're after, but there's a little bit of underhanded stuff going on to ensure that we do. Isn't a problem, given that the merchant was originally themselves dishonest. Also, while we're here, we're taking the opportunity to check everywhere out. That's a storeroom, that's a tavern, so we haven't been down there. Right, let's go into the barracks. Now, it's certainly worth our while to explore everywhere. There's various lootables in the game, and if we don't explore, we won't find them. Ah, this seems to be the position set up to deal with the Malachor. I see. Well, while we're here, let's just take a quick look around, see if there's anything we can pick up. Hopefully not the Malachor itself. The old warehouses. People are not in a good way. Ah. Abandoned letter. Albert, I hope you'll be given this letter when you finally return from Alsaid. Provided there is somebody still alive here to give it to you. I can barely see anymore and it's difficult to write. I'm sorry, my child, I can't leave you much. The looters are sure to have wrecked our beautiful bookstore by now, but they might not have found the chest I hid in our house. Take care of yourself, my son, and if the money enables you to flee to this magic island, which is said to be completely free of evil, Sorry, and if the money enables you to flee to this magic island, which is said to be completely free of evil, your loving father. Interesting. We found another letter. That guy obviously saying that he'd come down with the Malachor and he was going to come to that position. Alright, so that's to do with the quest we're on. Okay. Call the master.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise in contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Interesting. Interesting as well, because one of our other quests involves us finding a smuggler in the matter of trying to track down some supposed heretics. So, let's see what the quest map reveals when we get outside. Find a way to move the cargo to Tier 4D. And there's a smuggler there. Very interesting. Right, we do however need to continue searching through these areas, and I still don't know. Oh, the villain's den. Storerooms. Some Fontaine family warehouses, which we haven't found anything in yet, but we haven't also gone sneaking around them too much. So actually, I want to go this way. We've previously been down here, so there shouldn't be anything to loot here. But we did not go down this way, so now we need to keep an eye out. Go. And some more items there. So before we head down there, let's just head here, but let's be careful not to go wandering into a villain's den, particularly if we don't know it's for another quest.
If you had any idea who I am, don't
Ooh.
give up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
Do you hear that?
Yes, that's Constantine's voice. It's coming from the upper floor. It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste.
Oh.
I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Well now, there's a turn of events. It would appear Our good boy Constantine, our cousin, who we are looking for as we search around town, has been kidnapped. Now, we need to free Constantine. Well, let's save Constantine any embarrassment. He is going to be the governor of new territories where I will be legate. We need to maintain a good working relationship with him. He's been dumb enough to get himself caught by thugs while he was out drinking. We need to try and deal with this matter discreetly. So, before we proceed any further and potentially royally screw up our game, we will save. Oh, did I take everything from this chest? Yes, I did. Cool. Right. Oh, might be a route in. Okay, we need to change display on the map. Okay, let's try this. Unfortunately, we
It's
can't
not
do
possible
that.
just now.
We don't have the requisite science skill.
It's blocked.
Okay, so if we had alchemy, well, if we had science, and we had the right alchemical potion, we could blow our way in. And that we can't deal with. So, we may have no choice but to negotiate with them. So there's the villain's den. Right, let's see if we can possibly negotiate. Ah, when the player is in stealth mode near enemies, the detection indicator will appear above their heads. Fairly standard. If your presence is detected, the indicator will fill up until you are perceived as dangerous, which will trigger combat. The indicator has two states, suspicious in yellow and detected in red.
Someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. Oh, he's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out or gag him.
Come on, Kurt, get down. Good, okay. Get Constantine out by stealth. That'd save us a pretty amount of coin. Certain amount of embarrassment. Which would be good. But it needs to be seen if we are up to the task. Hence the save game. Okay, we have to consider our escape. I'm willing to bet down there is where we were trying to get into. So, aha, success. Serene's criminal's key. Good. Right, we can get in and out now. Hopefully that means we can do what we've got to do. Right. Let's have a new save game slot. It's going well. We've got in. Doesn't seem to be any guards down here. Things are going well. We're now about to do things that could trigger problems. Double key. Cool. So the key was for that. Very nice. Let's just grab everything. Not worry too much about what that stuff is. And look that up later. Okay. I think, unless there is anything that shows up down here. No? Right. Come on then. So, Constantine is, as far as we can tell, being held up here. Okay, we might be in luck. It's possible that they have no guard inside the building, which is a bit lax of them, but convenient. Key to Constantine's cell. Excellent. But this is a fairly, straightforward quest. I have to say though that it is gorgeous. Ooh. Well, that at least looks pretty good on first inspection. Right, so that should leave us with one door which required a key, which we have.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress. Constantine, it's me! My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
Well, I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Oh dear. I'm sure that's a storyline that we're going to come back to. Ah, cool. What's this then? So select Constantine from the inventory screen and equip Constantine with his outfit. Okay.
You only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We could sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been the reasonable soul. Don't you think these brutes deserve a punishment?
Yes, without a doubt. But don't you think there are more pressing matters? Kurt?
It is your highness's decision to make. Whatever it is, I shall follow.
Right. And bring them to him. We've done that one. Okay, that's good. So what's on the order? Find a way to move the cargo. Negotiate with the vendor. Those are the side quests, the main quests. Yep. We've got Constantine, his clothes, so everything looks in order. Right, gentlemen, if you would care to follow me, we are going to sneak out of here and be away before these villains realise you are gone. Why should we risk serious injury or even death fighting a bunch of people we have no need to fight? And we don't want to head straight past the villains, so... Good. Good. So, we've got to find a way to move the cargo. We've got Heretic Hunt, and we've got Captain Vasco. We've got various bits and pieces which are new, so let's just go through all of those. Okay. Right then. That's one of the major NPCs that we will need to talk to. We don't know what this is all about, but I suspect that's stuff to do with the ship. And we've got to find a way to move the cargo onto the ship, which makes me think that maybe the Fontaine family houses will finally come into this. We've searched as much there as I want to. If we walk around with Constantine, they'll know something's wrong. So we're going to go down here, check around this area before proceeding down to there to deal with the rest. Okay. Again, we are always on the lookout for things we can loot. Actually, now we have done unexpectedly well. Discovered a quest, hopefully saved some embarrassment by managing to get Constantine out of that mess. And as you can see, the Malachor is devastating the city, which is part of the reason why we're leaving, because we think we might be able to find a cure. Okay, storeroom, so let's, Ooh, where's... oh no, that's just that. We discovered the port quarter. Let's go. Right, I want to be paying attention to that one. Before we do that, let's just search around here and then search up there. Okay. Huh. Apparently we can loot things when they're in there. That's just brought us out the other side. Okay, let's have a look around the side here. That, or one of those, I assume is our ship. They look mighty fine. We'll of course be covering for Constantine when we meet up with everyone else. Oh, forgetting that there isn't actually a jump in here. Okay, so that's a really really impressive view. Pity about the flying ship. That does spoil it a little. Right. So we can't go down there. Doesn't look like there is a way for us to get there, that's okay. Right, so there's this smuggler who's apparently going to be smuggling a group of heretics from Telemy out. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Telemy and the Bridge Alliance, neither of them can be trusted. But as I'm going off to Tier 4D, where they both are, I do not want to annoy them. So although I'm quite happy for the heretics to escape at the moment, I don't want Telemy to know what I did. Interesting, let's take a look down here. Oh, okay. Shit, looks great. Wow, okay. That's fairly impressive. Right, so...
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd be best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tier 4D. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Okay. Let's ask about some of the game's background.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is sea-born. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
I see, I suspect their magic is no such thing.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Tier 4D?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land, and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
Okay. And the Port of
What do you
Serene.
think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Okay.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking? Maybe clandestine passengers?
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. Might I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Keep from saying
Nothing
too
to
much.
bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
Okay. About the cabin boy. When did you see him for the last
When did you see your
time?
cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the
Acquaintances?
boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Who are his close
This
friends?
Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Okay. Let's leave about asking for help with the merchandise until we've sorted out his cabin boy.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
North Prison, Harbour Master's Office, Warehouse, Harbour Master's Office. Don't know what those are. Investigate the disappearance of the North Novice. Interesting, we've already been there. And Mr. De Cillian. Right. Let's see if we can't, by sorting out what's happened to the cabin boy.
The hiding place of this smuggler is filthy. But perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Huh. Ah, there's more here.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
When was the last time
When
you
did you
saw him?
last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
Habitual
What does
comings and
Jonas do in
goes.
his free time? When you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Okay.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you
And
think he
enemies.
could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
I need to be
Okay.
going. Farewell.
Have our kidnappers taken others? Right, so I've also got to search the smuggler's belongings. Aha! That'll be this. Smuggler's journal. I have 2 new clients. They want to go to Alcide and the Inquisitors are on their heels, which will not make my job any easier. I think I can get them onto a ship inconspicuously, but we'll have to be cautious, and I hope they will prove patient and discreet. We'll hide them away in a warehouse behind the harbour office where the Inquisitors will never dare to enter. Right, we know where the heretics are. But that means that we don't get to... Well, we don't have to break into the jail. Are you Lara? You are.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man, who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Okay, cabin boy.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Okay, cabin boy
Did
state of
Jonas seem
mind.
troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I
No.
can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Okay.
Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Indeed. So, find and interrogate the witness. Right then. Let's go do that. As I said before, I'm hoping that if I can get on the good side of the captain... Oh, I missed that before, or did we not come down here? I'm hoping if I can get on his good side, he will be amenable to helping us with the merchandise. If we save a naught, will the naughts and the harbour master and all of that be prepared to look the other way? Right, so we need to just check round here because we haven't yet. Oh, what's this? Family of rich man who provoked us. We have him and we'll kill him if you don't pay us handsomely. Come with a full purse to the alleys south of the air. Okay. Let's take that down. We don't need other people seeing that. Constantine might be a bit of a fool sometimes, but he's my cousin and we're about to go on a big adventure, so you know we kind of need to be on the same side. So embarrassing him unnecessarily is not in my interests. Going to send me away? Nope. Okay, I'm obviously allowed to be here. Huh. I can't get through there. Okay, let's just come along here, check along here. See if there's anything else. Oh, there's our merchant. Alright, let's go after our witness then, because we've been down there. Here we go. So, the innkeeper.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table.
Okay, let's ask about
I'm looking for a
kidnapping.
naught. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A naught, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water. Anything else?
Okay.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no
Okay,
fear about that.
SilmarUK.
It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
More about that
Who was
rich
the
man.
rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Not an awful lot, but maybe child is more than he appears. Okay, we've already searched down here. So, our quest we've got to find and confront the kidnappers. Right. So, the Fontaine family house. Okay, well, we will carry on with this and deal with these kidnappers and hopefully deal with our merchandise in our next session. So, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please consider liking the video, leaving a comment if you have any questions or suggestions, and subscribing to the channel if you wish, because that will notify you when I go live. But thank you very much.